Hey guys, Josh here. If you've been following along on my garage compressor videos, you've probably noticed some special couplers that I've been using. Now, these couplers are fairly new to me. I actually only got them in February. However, I have been having a few minor issues or major issues depending on how you look at them. Anyways, what I used to run are these. These are Truflate brand. Anyways, these are your standard run-of-the-mill coupler. It's a quick coupler that is push to connect. So basically, you just push this guy on there. You don't have to pull the collar back or anything like that. Really like that feature, and these safety couplers have that. One main issue with the normal coupler here is that if you are, let's say in this case, connecting a long hose and you want to disconnect it, quite a bit of air and energy is stored in that hose. So what will happen is the end that's open will actually have quite a bit of force once you disconnect it, which can be pretty dangerous. And since this is my garage setup and other family members will be using it, I prefer to be safe than sorry. Now, that's what led me to purchasing these connectors from work. However, I've been having a few issues with them. First main issue is they actually end up being very difficult to connect a tool, which is why I have this on there. And I don't know if you could see in the video, but that connector there has a fitting in it with a plug in the end of the fitting. Now, that usually isn't an issue for some people. They'll just say, oh, I'll keep my tool connected. The only problem is I don't want a tool connected all the time to my airline. Now, these couplers are rated for 300 psi, and some people will say, oh, well, you're running too high of psi, or you should drain the system all the time, which I don't always do. Sometimes I need something to stay connected, and even, I have more than one reel. If I'm working and using this for a while, I don't want to drain the system to go connect another tool, or if another family member needs to connect a tool, drain the system just to connect the tool. Now, I have a whole system regulator, which is at rest set to about 100 psi. That gives me about 90 psi once I have a tool connected and I get my 90 psi working pressure. Now, the only connector that's not regulated in the system is actually that one right there, which is one of the ones I need because I'd like to, piggyback another compressor off of the main line system before you get to the filter and regulator. So that was the first issue. Things are really hard to connect. I don't think it's pressure related because these couplers are rated for 300 psi from what I can read. Now, the other issue is when you disconnect a tool, these will actually leak a lot. I don't know if it's the cooler temperatures here in Canada. My garage is unheated. I don't know what it is. I've been in contact with Milton. They're going to be taking these back to have a look at them. And I haven't had an issue with the safety aspect. It still couples, but it leaks a lot of air. I'm going to try it on this. My battery died on the last video, so we'll try this here. Headphone users, just a warning. And as you can see, that's quite a bit of air. It's still locked. There we go. So, I don't know if you could hear me, but it still locks, but it doesn't seal. And I would be fine if, if it leaked a little bit here and there, which some of them do. And at first this one did, and I wasn't thinking much of it until one day I couldn't take the tool off because my system would basically drain. So I'm in contact with Milton. They're going to take these ones back, and they're going to supply me with some different ones and see if those are any better. I will let you know how that goes, and if I do get any update on these ones, I will let you guys know. Now, one other thing I'd like to do is actually show another example. I have another reel over here, and I'd like to see if this one does the same thing. Let's see here. Okay, so get you in shot here. You might want to turn your volume down again just in case, and here we go. See, that one's fine, but if I'm quiet, I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know where the mic is on this, but it's hissing a little bit of air. So that's what that other connector used to be like. It was fine for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's leaking a whole bunch of air. Now, one other thing I'd like to try, I don't think I'm going to try any of those, but I do need to pull the plug out of this one. I want to just see if I can get a reading on how much pressure it's actually taking on some of these when a tool is not connected to it for a while. So I'm just going to disconnect this. Hopefully it's not really loud. See, this one's working fine right now. I don't even hear any hissing. So, you know, every once in a while they'll hiss, and then all of a sudden this one started leaking real bad. So I don't know what it is. But anyways, got another reel way over here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll just take you along for the ride. Okay, I got another one here. Oh, and I do have a tool connected to it. That's too bad, I thought I didn't. And that one's leaking too, if you can hear it. So, yeah. So that's too bad. I was really hoping that I could get a video of how much force it takes to actually connect something here. Like this one is not has not been connected for a while. The problem is I don't know if I can get any sort of reading on the force of what it takes to put a tool into there. Just wondering if there's something I can use as a crush matrix. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna try and shove that on there, and still looking for a piece of cardboard or something. Just protect my hand. So anyways, pretend this is a tool and goes to the first click. Oh, so that took quite a bit of pressure. Both hands to put this connector in when, you know, it shouldn't be anything like that. If now if I disconnect it, you know, it works fine. This one doesn't leak, but then now I can actually, it's still difficult. If you use it a couple times, it'll be fine. And if you get to the point, you can do it with one thumb. So now I can do it with one thumb. It's like it's worked its way loose. And, you know, I have used this connector already a couple times, but I don't know what it is. If they sit with nothing in them for a while, now it's starting to leak a little bit. If they sit with nothing in them for a while, they get really difficult to insert a tool. And I don't know if the mic can pick it up, but now that thing is starting to leak. You can barely hear it now. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of my rant. I was sort of hoping that these were going to be better. I do have another one up there. You can't really see it. It's way up there. Anyways, I was hoping these would be better. I am super glad that Milton's willing to replace them. I hope the new ones are a whole lot better. And if I do hear about any fixes to these, like I don't know if it's an O-ring issue. I was tempted to actually pull these apart. They've got a little notch there and there. So you could technically pull them apart. I was going to see if it's, you know, an O-ring that's a little too big or something like that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this. I will keep you guys updated on it. And I will be, when I send these out, I'll be giving them as many details as I can. What pressures I run at, approximate temperatures in the garage. And I will be identifying, especially this one that's leaking really bad. Is it still leaking? Yeah, it's still leaking. So, you know, I don't know if it's leaking because I kept a tool in it for so long now. Again, yeah, I'll let you know in a future video. And I think that's enough for me ranting. Super glad Milton has allowed me to exchange these in so they can look at them. I really respect that they are trying to fix the issue. And I will let you know how the new couplers that they're sending work out. And if they have any updates as to what sort of fixes that these ones have. Because some people do like the push button aspect of these fittings. Whereas the new ones they're sending are more like a traditional collar style where you pull this down to lock. And I will have a video on those ones at some point as well. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.